When Jerry told me I was being promoted, I couldn't be more ecstatic. Jerry is my boss and has been since I was still in high school. I'm 25 now. Anklo, the company I work for, was paying for my flight to Montana and the rest of my expenses. I took full advantage of the alcohol they had on board. I drank a little more than I like to. While on the flight, I had been in contact with my new partner, Sam Dean. Together, we've been tasked with beta testing Anklo's new game, Luster Lane, which is expected to be our best-selling game yet. Sounds easy enough, I thought, but she seemed more interested in a side mission. I loved her passion already. Her friend had gone missing after a string of controversial posts on Instagram and Twitter about a so-called clinic parallel to our facility. She informed me that she hadn't been missing for that long, only 2 days, but she had a terrible feeling. While I loved my job wholeheartedly, I was quickly becoming invested and intrigued by this clinic. We were in the air for another 10 minutes before the familiar landing procedure rolled out. I had the entire jet to myself, so getting off wouldn't be a hassle. I took one last look out the window and admired the beauty of the Montana sky. The sunset was beautiful. I'd seen nothing like it before. You all set? My flight attendant said, with a sweet grin on her face. She had been a delight the whole flight, but I asked her to grab me one more shot of vodka, which she gladly retrieved for me. I grabbed my luggage from above and thanked the crew before I stepped onto the earth again. It surprised me to see a white sign with my name on it like in the movies. I laughed to myself and walked toward the all-black AMG waiting for me. I approached the car with a smile on my face and was greeted by a stunning woman. "Hi, I'm Sam Dean, your new partner, and headache." I was immediately taken aback by her beauty, so much so that I realized her hand was still waiting for mine. She stood at 5'7" with the curliest, darkest hair I'd ever seen. She had golden skin with pretty dark eyes and red lipstick to complement it all. Her face was on the longer side, but went perfect with her petite figure. I quickly take it and shake it while introducing myself, blushing uncontrollably. I had always been a sucker for pretty girls like her. I laugh nervously and point towards the car. "Let's get going, shall we? We've got mysteries to solve." I opened the door for her, then hopped in myself. We set off into the night, not knowing what we were getting ourselves into. We are now entering the city of Jasper, my new home for the foreseeable future. All I could think about was food, so I asked Sam, "Hey, what's good to eat around here? I could eat a horse." "Well, there's no horses around here, but there is this place," she said, while simultaneously pulling into a place named Uppers, made apparent by the bright purple sign that greeted us. "This is Uppers, the best bar in town, and we're gonna need a few for this, so let's go." We got out of the car and walked into the crowded bar until we found a small table. Cigarette and vape smoke filled the air as if it were oxygen. There was heavy techno going in the background, accompanied by vibrant neon lights, which I didn't mind at all. Sam reached into her purse and pulled out a roundish gray tablet. "What's this?" I asked, while signaling the waiter and ordering us some drinks. "It's everything my friend Alex was working on before she vanished." She scrolls through until she finds Twitter and plays a video for which I could barely hear but manage. Today is Friday, October 27, 2022, and I need people to listen to me. Something terrible is happening at the Rowler's Pro Bono Clinic. The waitress came by, took our order, and we kept watching. I have reason to believe Rowler's is involved in the illicit trading of organs. I wanted to interject, but I kept listening. I received a link from a credible source, but somehow since has been erased clean off all of my devices. I know, weird. The contents of the link were beyond disturbing. If you've seen the movie Hostel, their practice is no different. They kidnap and sedate innocent people and torture them for an audience who I'm sure are paying good money to watch the show. What the hell? I say through squinted eyes. Believe me if you want to or not, but I'll make it my mission to expose these corrupt, sick fuckers. The waitress returned once more for refills and took a long glance at the tablet. She looked intrigued by it. She introduced herself as Sasha Dove, an avid follower of Alex Floss, a fellow believer. She had fair skin and was on the shorter side, about 5'5". Her red hair and green eyes made her stand out in the crowd, though. She took a seat next to Sam and joined our conversation. Alex was certainly onto something here. I'm not sure where rallies are getting their donors, but they are, and I want to prove it. You guys will help me, right? I took a large sip of my beer and smiled at Sam, starting to feel the euphoria of the alcohol I drank throughout the day. My tolerance is quite high, so it's always a treat to feel the buzz. Sasha, we would love to help you, but we got a shit ton of work to get done. She looked a bit defeated, and Sam kicked me under the table and gave me a glare. Of course we'll help you. Alex is my best friend, and I want nothing more than to find her alive. Sasha shot up from her seat and gave Sam a huge hug. It's been a while since I've seen anyone that happy. She thanked us profusely and then returned back to work. Sam and I decided we'd start our project for Jerry in the morning, considering our plates were full with the clinic right now. After another round of beers, we decided to leave the bar at around 10 p.m. that night. And luckily, Sam only had a few, so she can get us home safely. She thought it would be best to just come to her house for the night, so we can get started as soon as possible the next day. Her house was quite impressive from what I can see through my drunken haze. She helped me out of the car and into the house. I know this wasn't a great first impression, but Sam didn't seem to mind, almost as if she was used to doing this. She led me to the couch, where I thanked her one last time and caught some much needed shut eye.